Greetings, Soulswind here, and welcome to Let's Play Infraspace. In the last episode, we finished the remaining tasks we have in this game. Now, in this episode, it's just a tour of the planet to see the things we've achieved. We started around here, like this area, and then moved out of these places. I'm gonna keep these roads here, doesn't matter. Yeah, but we started here, it was a mess. As we got more technologies unlocked, we moved out to a better location over here. We started with 2 blocks of the city, I think, and then added more and more and more, and then included a train station that began with like 2 tracks and then 4, and now all 8 are being used. So the good thing about the game is that it allows us to have these crazy heights, only a short distance. Making it easier to build since it doesn't have signals and whatnot. It compensates with this, I think. Anyway, we have the parks over here. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't click on those. And we have got the stadium thereafter, and then the school in the middle over here. And we also needed to provide some of these other things, like of course we have the basic necessities, oxygen and water. It used to be carbon and now it's just pure oxygen only. We got some of the tanks over here, got water, and they all run in pipes. I'm just really upset that they penalize us in efficiency for using pipes rather than give us an advantage because using pipes are so efficient. Anyway, we also provide some of these survival foods. By right, they should evolve beyond those basics, but anyway, so be it. They just want the basics plus more. And of course we got these train tracks, and I have not upgraded the train tracks to the best speed. So how about we just quickly replace just a few, like this one. Yeah, you can see these over here. Just a few. We're not gonna replace everything. It doesn't matter. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. When they're near to buildings, they should just go by quickly to reduce noise, right? Wait, no. Did I replace... Wait, what? Wait, what? How did this even happen? Excuse me? Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a problem with track replacement as well as most things deletion. Like, deletion is just a very finicky thing, okay? So anyway, we got the tracks going here, and we had a problem with the tracks height. No wonder they kept having that red indicator, so it was the height. Eventually we changed the height so that it doesn't matter anymore. We had all these flyovers using the best highways, super highways, so that they get to their destinations easily. And for food, we also provided good meals over here. So they've got, yeah, these meal factories, meat and vegetables. Yeah. Of course, we needed more people to help us, so these were temporary. We needed to provide power. It started with windmills and then solar panels. And for a little while, we used the methane power plant just a little bit, and then we eventually evolved into using uranium, but we'll show that later. Firstly, we had to also provide some of these technology for them. It began with home appliances, so we had these things, and electronics was a problem to provide, but eventually we were fine. We were able to provide those. Then we needed to provide computers, so we started with microchips, which also needed electronics, and they were sent all the way over to here where the computers are. So we provided them with computers. Thereafter, we needed to provide them with the home robots. In order to make home robots, we then had to explore these nanotube production as well as a neural processor production thingy, which also required microchips, of course. They gave us the home robots over here. They also require motors, so we had these motors being produced. So for VR entertainment, it unlocked iridium, so we had to use iridium to make those. And for iridium, it's all here. We also adopted a new building style. So we had these grid-like building instead of cluster building. It's grid-like, so we had these here. Definitely more optimal compared to the early stages. Yeah, these are the holo displays. They were crucial in producing the VR entertainment or edutainment thingy over here. These things. So they were the last things we needed to provide. Thereafter, we began to focus more on the repairing. So throughout the course of the game, we had a lot of things to repair. They provide different sorts of bonuses and whatnot. You can see here, each of them has got their own requirements and their bonuses when completed. Some of them better than others. What I was disappointed with was some of these not as good thingy, like high-tech workshop thingy, industrial robots thingy. I thought they would like totally change the game for us and make it not as dependent on manpower. Yes, they do. They just reduce worker count by 1, not a percentage like say half or something, but 1. Furthermore, it was timed, making it even worse. So we have to keep on providing those industrial robots or whatever. And that wasn't nice, so we just totally didn't do so. We had research areas. It used to be all mixed up together, but eventually we built these dedicated areas for research. We have all the science packs, the green ones here, the blue ones over there. Eventually we had the yellow ones all the way over there, and I want to remove this so that we don't have that notification pop up like that. The iridiums, those are fine. That's understandable, but anyways, the yellow science packs are over here. Thereafter, we had... Actually, these things will eventually taper off, I think. No, the adamantine drill is constantly drilling, so we will need to stop the production so that the notifications don't pop up anymore. Let's stop the adamantine, yeah. Yeah, these things are like just to provide us with some of the resources to drill adamantine, and this was the last thing we did after completing the researches and the repairs, of course. And to talk about power, we also had uranium power plants, and I haven't shown those yet, so let's go take a look at the uranium plants. Yeah, these provide very crucial powers and also saved a lot of space because we could remove all those solar panels and place them with the uranium power plants. And here and there we see some of these train stations sending things over, and I'm so glad that they don't require manpower. Imagine trains also requiring manpower and electricity. That would have been really, really nasty. I think that's about it. I don't think I missed anything. That concludes this game. It's really futuristic and it looks really, really cool. You know, like whenever we unlock new technologies, that's like super awesome and whatnot. I think that's a good thing about the game. But there are definitely things that can be improved. For example, the train system. Disappointing, I would say, because there is no signal, so the way they use the train stations, that's like not as nice. They don't turn back at the end of the line. There is no turntables to help them with that either. They just loop around. And then the deletion of things, that's quite finicky. You delete whatever you click on and those that are behind the item that you're clicking on. Building of structures and whatnot, there is no key to hold it such that you build in a line. Instead, you have to move them. Notifications not coming out in time, so only when we run out of oxygen does the game notify us about the lack of power that caused a lack of oxygen production, that caused a lack of oxygen that caused people to move out. When people were already moving out, houses were downgrading, then the game told us, hey, no power. Of course, there's like grid locks and whatnot, and there is no notification to tell us about the grid locks either. Like, hey, there's a grid lock and this vehicle hasn't moved for maybe 5 minutes. Please take a look. Something like that, maybe. At least let us know. These are amongst some of the other issues that we face that can be improved, like, you know, building a gradient, like a smooth gradient only for the completed railway line to look very crooked. Invalid placement of items were allowed, so like even though it's invalid, you can still place it, causing problems because you have to exit out of the building context menu and then move it around or delete it, thereby risking all your resources and maybe even running out of resources, not being able to build them, etc. Those are different degrees of seriousness for things that can be improved upon. Some are just minor annoyances, but some are actually major frustrations. So hopefully these things get improved, make the game even better. Because there's already so many things. I've already been so excited about all the different new technologies unlocked, the user-friendliness of the game in general, like being able to replace the roads, change directions of the roads very easily, very conveniently, being able to build very, very steep railway lines to cater for small spaces, being able to build very, very high railway lines so that we can actually stack multiple layers of rails, and it could have looked really amazing too. Like we could have a very beautiful skyline such as this one. Well, I mean, with those things behind the notifications making it a little bit less nice. But we could look at this. This is not as nice because of the support and everything. Yeah, but otherwise it would have been really beautiful. While this may not look good, there is definitely something else that looks pretty good. For example, this one. Yeah, you can see here, it looks really nice. This view is definitely really, really nice. And then if the adamantine notification in the top right hand corner is not there, if there's a way to hide this thing, it would make for a very good screenshot. Unfortunately, we can't remove it. Now that it's up here, we can't remove it anymore. That's a regret, should we say, a regret. Yeah, imagine that being not there. That would have been nice. So that's about it, right? The good things about the game, I've already talked about them throughout the gameplay. What I've just mentioned, and you know, like being able to use pipes, oh, that was really nice until we found out that there were penalties for it. Also, there are so many things I discovered really late into the game, such as, you know, like the efficiency thingy. Let's see, can I click on there? Yeah, look, this one. When you hover your mouse over it, and when it's producing, you'll be able to see the factors influencing the efficiencies. These are really user-friendly designs. And all these things here, like, it's really user-friendly. Like, when you hover, it tells you exactly what you need to know. 30%, and this is like 1 worker. Yeah, okay, you can see the efficiency here. This is really good. This is very, very useful. There's so many things good about this game as well. The different levels, the city's design itself is like super amazing, and you can see them like from basic habitat all the way to these high-rise buildings. And then we have got so many different road options to customize our needs for transportation and logistics, as well as the junctions, having different types of junctions to manage traffic. See everything, look. Yeah, okay, so we have the road sign here. This is the road sign one. Although it'd be good if we can like see some tooltip when hovering over it, so we know exactly what they are. But yeah, we can like customize all these things to manage our traffic. And of course, there's these things, like each and every individual vehicle. You can see where they're headed to, every one of them. There's so many. The game occasionally lags a bit when it's in the late game. Like, it does lag a little because of all the things that are happening on screen, but still, that's still acceptable and manageable. And there's a lot of different ways to build curves around the map, but of course, that will lose out on efficiency because that's a bad use of space. But there's so many ways you can build curves. Then again, the way the curves work, I think for the rails especially, they don't look as good. The roads though, they look slightly better. I've not really done too many curved roads, but they do look better. Actually, even power options. Look, we have methane power plant, we have the nuclear power plant, and these two actually the same, just different performance. We got the solar panel, we got the wind turbine. Those were all upgradable. We have these water tanks and oxygen tanks and methane tanks that actually store resources so that we can accumulate more resources for emergencies and whatnot. We have not explored these signs. It's okay, we don't need them. Look at the signs. We can actually use these signs, look. This is really cool, isn't it? Look at this, like slowly scrolling through Infraspace. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we did not explore these, and there are many things to help make things even better, like soil enrichment. This is like to optimize production. This one is to return us some resources every few cycles, but I don't think that's very useful. And also every building has got some sort of animation except for maybe the city. I don't recall anyone that didn't have any animations. Maybe this one? I think this one didn't have. Was it this one or no. It was, I think this one. This one didn't have any animations. Maybe I missed it out. Yeah, I think this one probably didn't have any animations. This one has. You can see it moving, right? This one you can see it moving too. But this seems like nothing. No animation. One of the very rare few that didn't have animation. Alright, so having shared the good and the bad points, I think I still missed out quite a lot of them, but hopefully they give a good idea about the game, the goods and bads about playing the game. It's a city builder here, and it's mostly managing a city, getting resources, and growing a city. Although it's set on Mars, I think. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play series. I found it quite fun, although the later parts were a little bit grindy. I'm playing this on Steam. It's still in early access, and hopefully they'll add more things to the game. Like I've mentioned before, health and medical facilities, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe more logistics other than the trains. Right, looking forward to more updates for the game, but I doubt I'm going to return to this series anymore. Perhaps one episode when it releases, not too sure. We'll just revisit this city and see if there's any new things we can add to the city. I hope you enjoyed this series thus far. All the best to the game's release. This Let's Play series ends here. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for now. Have a nice day.